Hello, people of YouTube. I have quite a few knives to go through today. I'm going to try to go through them as quickly as possible. The specs, once again, will always be in the opening of my videos, as I assume you're watching these videos not because of a commercial for these brands or these blades, but because you want my opinion and my thoughts on them. So that's what you're going to be getting. The first blade on my list, I have many. Just a preview of things to come. Microtech, baby. We'll get into that later. I know you're like, what the fuck, Seth? I got some new cold steels, some new black legions. Lots of exciting stuff. It was like Christmas for me today. But for now, we're going to start with the Schrade Shasta McNasty SCH-112 Karambit. And this, my friends, is a fucking Karambit. Just look at that curvature. And yes, it was a bitch to sharpen. Not because of how dull the blade was, but with that damn curvature, you really have to be careful. This, by far, is my most deadly and favorite Karambit. The back edge is sharpened. The curvature makes just a ridiculous slashing machine. You can really get up in someone's throat and in their torso, and you just rip them apart. And this has the Seth treatment on it, so it's ridiculously sharp. Out of box, it came adequate to, cut flesh, cut paper, but y'all know I'm gonna go far and, above and beyond in that. For once, this is like the only coated blade I like, but the whole thing flows. I only have 2 issues with the blade, and both of them are concerning safety. There you see it was designed by Joshua Wagner. The first one, and I'm not worried about this for myself. I know how to handle myself around dangerous objects, but there's nothing to keep your hand from going down and into the blade. Now, I didn't go that far up really, so even though my finger's technically touching the blade, it's not going to cut me. But people with larger hands may have an issue, so just be forewarned that, and just for your information, this is how big my hand is. This is a regular sheet of notebook paper, and that's where the lines are on my hand. And then that's how wide the blade is from where your fingers start till you get to the edge. So decide for yourself if this Karambit is going to be okay for you to use. And also, kind of the back has a little bit of curvature right there, you can see, to allow for kind of the fat or the meat of your hand to kind of just wrap in there. So the back edge is pretty safe. My biggest issue is the sheath. It holds the blade too well, if you can believe it or not. This is a pain in the ass to deploy, to draw. So this would not be a weapon that you want to carry and just quickly get out. Like, you'd be sitting there trying to jerk this thing out of your pants and you ought to be shot or stabbed or something. And the reason is, it's because of the curvature. But that's also what makes it deadly. So it's kind of a trade-off. It's not that they didn't do good. They did great on this knife. I love this piece. It's fantastic. It's just fucking badass. But deploying it, a little bit of an issue, a little bit of a learning curve, pun intended. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. It is a wicked, wicked slashing machine. Let me give you guys a little sharpness demo. This is the box that it comes in, by the way. There I am, looking pretty as a picture. First, the primary edge. Wow, that surprised even me. Now the reverse edge. It's a learning curve. It's not the knife's fault, it's me. You know, I'm not used to turning my hand like that. It's kind of awkward, but razor sharp. So with some practice, this thing would probably be the most lethal karambit in your collection. That's it, guys. I'll have all the specs, dimensions, steel type, everything in the I keep saying description. That's the damn opening of my video. I didn't comment on the ring. The ring is oversized, which is great. It allows for a lot of movement. You won't get your finger, and even if your finger does get caught, it's not gonna, you know, it'd be very hard for an enemy to use this part of your blade to break your finger, as opposed to the other karambits. So with that being said, out of all the fixed blades, out of all my karambits in general, the Schrade SCH-112 Shasta McNasty earns the title of my favorite karambit, and I'm done buying karambits. This is the pinnacle of my collection, and the best thing about it is it was like 30 bucks. 30 bucks. Schrade's a, you know, well-known brand. It handled my sharpening like a boss. None of the paint came off. I do have some honing compound stuck to the top that I didn't clean off. Let's see if I can just wipe that off real quick. Yeah, I'll probably have to buff that off with some Windex or something, but just fantastic piece. The grip will have what it is in the description. There I go again, in the damn opening, but it's like a hard rubber. I think I did get a little too close with the sander, or that may just be some honing compound stuck. But fantastic, fantastic karambit, very lethal, very curved, very just all around just fucking badass. Sheath will take some time to get used to it. You guys have a great one. Peace, and say my name.